This is the one time I'm asking. If you have something to say about this to defend Piper, I would genuinely like to hear. Okay, I never finished giving my Mark of Athena recap, and full discretion, I've actually finished the whole series already, but I need to go back and give these recaps, so here we go. Okay, so kind of where I left off from before, Annabeth is with Arachne now, and she can see that Arachne made a tapestry of her and Percy kissing underwater. I was like, that's actually so creepy. Was she watching everything Annabeth was doing? I just think it's so creepy when characters can watch other characters and they don't know, and they can watch their intimate moments. I'm like, thank God this is a kid's book, because that's weird. That's just really weird. That's what you chose to make. I highlighted this, and I'm assuming I highlighted this because it was offensive. Frank was asking Leo how he knew all this information, and he said, is there a Spanish tour guide around here? Leo speaks English. That was weird. I know why I highlighted this one. Piper asked, is it someone's birthday? Guess whose birthday it was? Guess who still doesn't know her boyfriend's birthday? We are 3 books in. For you Piper defenders, for you Piper and Jason defenders, what 16-year-old girl, 15-year-old girl, I don't know how old she is, doesn't ask her boyfriend's birthday? Now, I know in the beginning he did not remember anything, but a bit of time has passed. I actually would like to see you defend this. This is the one time I'm asking. If you have something to say about this to defend Piper, I would genuinely like to hear, because this doesn't make any sense. I really would like to know. And this was my last highlight when Nico says, Percy's the most powerful demigod I've ever met. No offense to you guys, but it's true. It's so funny to me how when Percy came into Camp Half-Blood, from what I remember, nobody was fucking with him like that. Nobody liked him like that. Like, nobody went out of their way to think he was cool. I think he was finally starting to be accepted, and then Poseidon claimed him, and he was, like, kind of excluded again. And he had to continuously prove himself for people to give him any type of respect, which is just crazy to me because I think people should be given respect no matter what. But now, I can't say the term that I want to use. Now everybody's all up on him. Not Nico, I mean Nico out. I'm not gonna say that. Nico was always intrigued by Percy, but it's just so interesting. And I guess that's what makes the first series so good. How he literally went, and I was just talking about Hercules, he literally went from 0 to hero. Like, he went from 0 to everybody likes him, everybody wants him, everybody wants to be his friend, and Percy's so cool and Percy's so powerful. Percy was the same Percy he always was. Like, yes, he changed as the series went on, but he's always been cool. I don't know, just interesting. Obviously not always powerful, but he was always a good guy. The last thing I remember from this book, obviously, is them falling into Tartarus. And honestly, that could have been avoided if they weren't standing around the crime scene instead of going back to the boat. Why were they all just standing there and talking and recapping? Not crime scene, but you get what I'm saying. Like, why was everybody giving their story about what happened to them right there? You see everything around us is falling apart and a mess. Annabeth, you don't like spiders, but you let those spider webs stay on you the entire time. I feel like even if I wouldn't have cut them off myself, I know one of my good friends would have been like, oh, let me clean that off for you. And I would have been like, it's not a big deal. But that would have been a big deal for me because it's giant spider webs. I don't even like regular size spider webs on me. So Rick set it up well. I think some of you said you knew it was going to happen. But I feel like the first time you read it, you're like, you actually have no idea. But looking back the second time reading it, you're like, actually all the signs were there that something was about to happen. It was said multiple times. It was very obvious that they were going to fall in. But I'm glad it wasn't Annabeth alone. I'm glad Percy went with her. That was super cute. I will always say the Percabeth moments that I love, but I'm not ashamed to call out the cringy moments or the not cute moments. But if it was me and I was falling into Tartarus and the guy I liked, in her case, the guy she's dating, chose to fall with me so I wouldn't be alone, that might be the one moment I proposed. I have more to say. I will not say all of my thoughts, but that man, I would not ever be more than 3 feet apart from him. I feel like I'm in love. That Rihanna song, I'm in love and I'm obsessed. that would have been me. Those are pretty much the end of my thoughts for Mark of Athena. So I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts. And I am about to film my thoughts for the next book. So I'll see you soon. Bye.